Hello, everybody. Arturo Johnson here. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you why all agents should be using AI to get clients. And so if you stay to the end of this video, I'm going to share with you 3 tips on how to get clients online and why, if you aren't doing this as an agent, that you should be. So if you like this video, go ahead and click the like button, as well as subscribe to my YouTube channel. I try to post 3 to 5 high quality videos about business and personal life to help agents to scale their business to the next level. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. And so we all know when we first start in this business, right? What's the first thing they tell us? To make it P200 of your friends and family. And that's your warm market. And that's who you're going to market to when you first get started, because you're just getting started in this business and you need to build some confidence. And those are the closest people to you who know, like, and trust you. And so those are really high opportunities for you to get some clients and get some wins really quickly, right? And so what happens in there, if you have a good network and you can leverage those relationships that you've built, maybe you've in a frat, or your parents are successful, or you have some successful family members, and maybe you're probably in your mid-30s, right? You have a good network of people who you have connected with over the years that are doing well for themselves. And this is a great opportunity for you to get clients. But the challenge with that is if you're starting the business early, right? Nobody in their mid to early 20s cares about insurance at all, right? And they don't care about saving money and all of these things. And so that's a really big challenge, right? And if you are really thinking this through, right, the next thing is relying on referrals. So they tell you to do that. Well, what's the challenge with that? Is the challenge with that is, there's only so many referrals to go around. People only know so many quality people, right? And you tap out of that. There's a cap on it. There's only so many people that people are willing to refer you as well. So the limitations of that are twofold, right? You can't scale that, and then you can't do the exact same thing and get the exact same results. There's not enough people that people know that are successful that they're willing to refer to you over and over and over again. That's what I'm getting at. And you don't have control over that, right? Your referral is only as strong as the referrer, right? So then what's the challenge of that? They don't really know your business. They can't clearly articulate what it is that you do. And so now you have someone that really doesn't know a lot about insurance, what you do, and they're trying to sell some person that you don't know to have a meeting with you. And so what's the challenge of that, right? You're leveraging someone else's relationship through word of mouth and hoping that they tee you up really good, or that they're a good ideal client based on what you told them who you're looking for, right? When you're prospecting socially. And that's what I want to talk about today, is leverage, right? Well, when we think about this, leveraging social platforms, those are, what's the word I'm looking for? Those social platforms are word of mouth on steroids, right? So we want to leverage those things. And today I want to talk about leverage and why leverage is so important. And for agents, if you really want to grow your business and scale to the next level, right, quickly, right, then this is the video for you. Because a lot of times what I'm seeing is that agents are doing the cold calling and door knocking and relying on referrals and buying leads, but they're hitting this plateau. They're staying stagnant, right? They're spending all of this money on leads and reinvesting it back in, and their profits, they're writing $12,000 in premium a month, right? But they're spending 6, 7, 8 of that. So they're hitting the leaderboards and they're getting all this recognition, but their profits are less than 50%. And they're spending a lot of time doing that because they've got to chase those leads down. And so what we want to do first is we want to leverage our time, right? So the way that we're able to leverage our time is we need to have some kind of system in place to automate the prospecting and qualification process, right? And why is that important? Because you want to spend 80% of your time in fact finders and closes and only 20% of your time prospecting, right, at the end of that meeting. And that other part of that 20% processing applications. And so how do we do that? Well, we need to leverage some kind of system or process to be able to automate that is working, whether we're at the office, on vacation, right? Whether we're asleep, whether we have an emergency, this system is going and working all the time, 24 hours a day, 365, 7 days a week. And so you want to leverage something so that you don't have to spend all your time doing the heavy lifting, right? And so why is that important? Well, the reason is because it's burnout, right? A lot of people burn out in this business, and it's not because they're doing meetings or meeting with qualified people. It's because they're tired of the rejection, the chasing, people who aren't interesting, right? They're tired of getting told no. And it burns you out. It really weighs on you, right? All the dial days on Mondays and Thursdays. And so what you want to do is you want to leverage your time so that you're only speaking with people that are qualified. And so that's the first thing, is we want to leverage our time. And the next thing you want to do is you want to use leverage with your money, right? So you could do this the old way, right? Which is cold calling and door knocking, and try to grow your business by word of mouth. And it may take you 5 years. Or you could leverage a couple $100 a week or whatever it is, or a day, right? And get there in 6 months or 12 months, right? So why is that important to leverage money, right? Well, you think about it. All of the big companies, Pepsi, right, Coke, Nike, they all do the same thing. They leverage their money to attract their ideal customers, right? We're inundated with and bombarded with promotional things all the time, right? Your email's full of them, commercials on the radio, on the Facebook ads, right? So these companies know that this is where their ideal customers are, and they leverage with their money to find their ideal clients, attract them so that they can come to them. They're not going to them. They're letting their customers come to you, right? Those McDonald's commercials that you see when you're watching football on Sundays, those Bud Light commercials, right? They're not worried about you getting up right now. They know that at some point you would have seen that commercial for the 2 patties with the special sauce on the sesame seed bun, right? And as you're driving past those yellow arches, guess what? You're like, man, that burger looked good that I saw on Sunday. I'm going to stop in here and get one. So they're leveraging their money in order for their ideal customers to come in, right? So that they can make a profit. And the third leverage that you want to use is you want to leverage a machine so that you can have a better quality of life. And this is probably the most important, right? So why is this important? Well, you think about it. If you have more time to spend with your family or doing things that you love and enjoy, like taking vacations, building a team, right? Mentoring people, helping people, by writing more policies, right? Protecting more families. Are you going to be happier doing the things that you love, right? Those are the things that you're going to be excited about. If you're spending 80% of your time helping people and making a better life for yourself, and you're leveraging this from a machine as opposed to doing this yourself, right? Knocking on doors, cold calling. Hey, I received this note that you were looking for some more final expense, right? People get burned out of that, right? There's not a lot of good quality of life in there. But what about if you had, lead come in and says, John Smith, birthday 3/27/1960, right? Non-smoker, looks like he's married, and he lives in the Nashville area, right? That's a great quality of life. Every time you get a message like that, are you going to be happy, right? As opposed to on Sunday nights after Sunday night football, you're getting an email of your list of your leads coming in from your lead vendor. You are excited about that because tomorrow on Monday it's going to be a grind. And so now you've got to get your mindset in that area, right? And so that's the third thing. You want to leverage a machine to give you a better quality of life. And so I hope that that made sense to you. And so now I just want to kind of show you what I'm talking about, right? Let's take a look at this. Don't just believe me, right? Let's take a look at this. And so here is one of my most successful students' accounts, right? And so he has spent, see here, let me move my face out of the way. He has spent $3,600 since August the 20th to today, right? And he is getting probably about, he's had about 240 leads, right? These are ideal clients that has reached out to him and raised their hand and said, hey, Greg, I'm interested in life insurance. And it's cost him $15 per lead. Now, if you haven't seen a testimonial on this, Greg has a full-time job, and he's doing insurance part-time, and he's making $12,000 per month using this system, right? He's leveraging his time, his money, and guess what? He's leveraging his quality of life, right? So you think about that. He's making more money part-time than most people are making full-time. And so these are the kind of results that you can expect, right? Every single day when Greg wakes up, bing, to his phone, 3 happy leads, $7.91, someone looking and ready for insurance, right? And so this is what I'm saying. You want to leverage a system and a process that can eliminate all of the tough things inside the business as a life insurance agent. And so, I hope this was helpful. I hope this was eye-opening for a lot of people. And so I just wanted to share this video with you all. And so if you are a life insurance agent and you're looking for some consistency and some predictability in your business, and you're just tired of playing small, right? You're tired of the door knocking and the cold calling and buying leads and chasing after them, day after day, right? And you just want ready for a change. You've been looking at some things for a long time. You've been saying you're going to wait out the pandemic. Beginning of the year, you're like, you know what? I need to do something. Well, guess what? It's November, right? It's November of 2020. This year is pretty much over, right? We got Thanksgiving, and then we have Christmas, and guess what? It's 2021. What are you going to do different, right? What are you going to do that's new to radically change your business? And so if you're interested in something like this, then go ahead and click the link below and book a free, no obligation strategy session, and we'll see if we can help you. And if we can, we'll bring you aboard. And if we cannot, then we'll recommend you to someone else, because we don't accept everyone. We're only looking for agents that are hungry, they're good at what they do, and they love helping people. And so if that sounds like you, go ahead and click the link below and book a call. All right. It's the end of 2020. What are you going to do different? I look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye.